and welcome to another edition of Cooking a la Quarantine. I'm Jason, and today we're going to make chicken gnocchi pesto soup. Well, I thought about it. I do have some gnocchi in the pantry, but Stacy's like, well, you got these nice potatoes from Ripe Revival. You know, how hard is it to make gnocchi? Basically, it's medium potatoes, 2 cups flour, and 1 egg. I think I can handle that. So we're going to shred the potato here and skin it. And the reason I'm doing this is so that it's going to be easier to cook when we make it. Now I am going to have to take out the peels, and for some of you it might be easier to do it another way. This is just how I do it. So, and these are potatoes from Ripe Revival, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with any of these. So anyway, I'm going to let that cook for 15 minutes. When it gets nice and soft, I'm going to take it out. I'm going to add it to one egg, maybe 2 cups of flour, and we'll try a trick I saw on the internet, because you know everything on the internet's true. So about 15 minutes, we'll be right back. See you then. So I'm using my Ripe Revival eggs from Braswell Farms. I made a little bit more potato than I was supposed to, so I'm going to add the recipe up a little bit. So I've got 2 eggs, and I got to add 4 cups of flour. And we'll be right back. Alright, so we're making our dough, and it is a little messy, but it'll taste good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this out. I'm going to try to do a trick I saw on the internet, because you know the internet's always right. And we'll go from there. We'll be right back. Alright, so what I'm basically going to do here is roll it out as sneakily as possible. I don't even know if that's a word, but the thing I read on YouTube, or watched on YouTube, she said to cut it up like a snake. Or roll it out like a snake, and, you know. Alright, now, just like that, I'm going to take my fork, I'm going to press into it, I'm going to roll it, press into it, I'm going to roll it. So I'm going to make the gnocchi, and I'm going to cook the chicken, I'm going to roll the gnocchi, then I'm going to make the Alfredo sauce and use that as a different video later on. So we'll make the gnocchi and give it a shot. We'll be right back. Hey guys, so I don't have any Alfredo sauce in the pantry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to make some. So I've got a recipe here, basically salt, butter, heavy whipping cream, and my favorite ingredient ever, cheese. Did I mention cheese? So I got to melt this, and I've got the burner on, and then I'm going to put in some heavy whipping cream, and then I'm going to whisk in the cheese. We'll see how that turns out for me. I don't know. This might be a new one. We'll be right back. Alright, so I've got my vampire repellent. I've got some Italian seasoning. And we're going to whisk that in just like this. This is probably not the best pan to do it in, but you know, what the hell. Alright, a little pepper. Alright, now, it said to whisk it for about a minute. So now I'm going to add 2 cups of cheese. And whisk that in. And my wife told me that whisking is actually a motion where you're lifting stuff up off the bottom. I guess I learned something new every day. And there you have it. Alfredo sauce. Now we're going to make the rest of the soup. So, I've turned this down, and what we're going to do, and I'm still mixing up the cheese, and actually the amount of melt on a cheese, how far it stretches, is actually a scientific method for measuring cheese. But let's give this a shot. It's pretty good. We'll be right back, and I'm going to finish up making this soup. Alright, so it says to bring this to a boil to cook our gnocchi. It also says to use water. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use some of our chicken stock. It also said to put pesto on top of the bowls after you do this, and spinach was the last ingredient. I've never said I know what I'm doing, so I screwed up a little bit, but basically what we'll do is we'll boil this and cook the gnocchi and hopefully have some good soup. We'll be right back. Alright, so we got our rolling boil going and our gnocchi, which just proves to show you, you know, you just gotta try. And I'm doing it this way, and it's, you know, Grandma could do it differently, I don't know. But anyway, I'll dump this in and we'll cook it up and be right back. Alright, so here we've got my chicken gnocchi soup. Yields about 1.5 quarts, so it's a smaller recipe. Chicken spinach, very good. Got a little bit of gnocchi here. You know what? For my first try of making gnocchi, that's pretty good. Now, this is my favorite part. I'm going to dip my little Bigfoot in here, soak him up a little bit. I'm telling you, it's like a big Cheez-It. If you want to get one of these Bigfoot cutters, contact my buddy Steve over at the Cryptozoology and Paranormal Museum. Shoot me an email or a text or messenger if you can't get up with him. Remember, be kind, be excellent to one another. Have a great day. See you soon.